I think I speak for many when I say the last hour before you go to sleep is when, especially when you are off social media, you are off your phone, that's when your brain starts hitting you with all these random thoughts, all these random scenarios of how your life your life sucks. I don't know about you, but for me, that's how my mind has been sometimes, and I'm working on it. I'm working on this. So as you can see the title of this video, which is, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's working. I mean, I try not to beat myself up when I try to understand how it's working, but like, I think I've narrowed down my game to figuring things out, basically. Figuring things out in the sense here is like, I don't have to have all the answers. I don't have to have everything like plot out. There is no script I'm working with. When I say script here, I'm not saying the movies I make, but like my life in general, my creative career, I am figuring things out. So sometimes when I tell myself that, Abdul Hamid, you are figuring things out, you don't need to have all the answers right now. That helps me when I think of productivity. Sometimes I think of like productivity, I'll be like, you're not being productive and all. And I'll be like, easy fam. Either you're not being productive or you're just not fully embraced the being that you are. I feel like anybody who has embraced themselves like fully, they can channel that energy into their art and how they live in general, just basically that. And I feel like that's how I've been looking at productivity, and I don't know if that makes sense, but a bunch of things don't make sense in life. See, with YouTube, I have wanted growth on YouTube, but I've not actively pursued it. Yeah, this is it. For me, YouTube, I feel like this is the space I am now. Maybe I did not have all these thoughts before, but I think I want people to come to my YouTube channel from now on. I want it to look like a whole body of work. I don't want you to come and look at one video and then just, I don't want one video to encapsulate that the being I am. I don't want one video to just sum up me. I feel like I want YouTube to be like every single video should be like one piece to a whole story. I want my whole channel to look like a story in itself. When you come today and then you be like, who is Abdul Hamid? You be like, oh, Abdul Hamid is a multimedia producer where in Sierra Leone. How did he get there? How did he become this person, right? That's the story I'm trying to tell. Like how, I remember when I started YouTube, somebody once asked me, he's like, so what's the goal with YouTube? And then I mentioned a bunch of random stuff, and then I think they looked me right and say, it's not going to work. I get them, I get that, but that was a friend really. I get him really when he says that. But for now, success for me, especially when it comes to YouTube, has been redefined. You see, my current employer saw my work. Anyway, let me let them be. So my current employer saw my work on YouTube, which I shared on Twitter, and then they interacted with it like maybe a year or two ago. And then fast forward around August or September last year, in the middle of a pandemic, she reached out to me and said, hey, Abdul Hamid, I'm teaching this class. I have an internship going on here in Freetown, Sierra Leone. And she said, I want you to help them with video production. I feel like you are fit for this job. I want you to help them. And I'll be like, okay, how about I'm coming back home? How about I teach this class when I get there? That was way before we talked about her giving me a job, although I've reached out earlier on and said I would like to work with her. So, and then the opportunity was presented there, which when I look at it here, people say I'm lucky, but luck itself is when opportunity meets preparation. So I feel like I've been prepared for it. And yeah, moving on, we talked about it and I said, I'm coming back home, and she was like, okay, what's your story? What's happening? Why are you coming back home? Is it like short term or long time? I'm like, I'm actually moving back home. And then she was like, so what was it? And I explained it. I explained the story, explaining what I was going through, suffering with anxiety and depression, had to drop out of school. Yeah, I dropped out of university, which I think I never mentioned. There's nothing left for me here in Turkey. I want to come back home. I want to be in the space of creating content here. And I was just looking for answers, and I thought like maybe I should come back home. But for me, coming back home meant I have to maybe start from scratch or just go with the flow I was on, which is content creation, making art, making videos, making photos. get a job, basically. We talked about the Make Sierra Leone Famous initiative, which we're working on now, and how she's been building content around this. What are the goals and aspirations of this initiative? And I was blown away, and I wanted to be part of it badly. And then she offered me a job. I took it, of course, because yeah, who wouldn't? Happened. So here I am. I'm back home. I am working on content. I'm making a documentary. I'm now on the pre-production of producing a music video. Yeah, like for making YouTube vlogs every once in a month or after every 2 months to now making documentaries and music videos. So I'm impressed when I look at myself and all. Like, yeah, that's progress. That's growth, bruv. I am proud of myself somehow, which oh, this video, see how this video has gravitated for me, like doubting myself and all, to like counting my little wins. I love how this is going, really. I mean, I did not script this part. I'm even way past how I wanted this video to look like.